Shaun Ryder, you have been selected to take part in 7 Deadly Sins.
Oh, yes.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
7 simple questions based on the 7 Deadly Sins. We should begin with gluttony.
Gluttony, okay.
You're allowed one food for the rest of your life that you will never get tired of. What is it?
Ice cream.
Ice cream, any particular flavour?
Just anything by Häagen-Dazs.
Anything by Häagen-Dazs. What they've got the problem is they don't do regular flavours anymore, do they?
I don't care.
You're happy with your salted caramel
Anything,
popcorn?
yeah. Oh, yeah, salted caramel, you know. I mean, I can go for a bit of Ben and Jerry's and all that, or the Co-op's own special mate, but I'll stick with Häagen-Dazs.
All right, fine. How many tubs could you get through on a sitting?
Dude, I can get through a few tubs if I wanted to, you know. I mean, you got to replace the old drugs with something, haven't you?
Yeah, I suppose Häagen-Dazs bit of a safer option, isn't it?
Yeah.
Until the diabetes kicks in. Lust. Who was your first crush?
What? I mean, it wasn't no. Although actually, yeah. First crush who people might know was Shannon McCready out of the Champions.
Wow. Okay.
Or Sharon at the same time in the late 60s as blimey, I forgot her name, out of the Avengers. Emma Peel.
Emma Peel. Yeah, absolutely. That's it. That's firmly in the bank of many.
Yes.
Of many men.
Yes.
Right. Greed. Excluding houses and cars.
Yeah.
Careful. What's been your most expensive purchase?
Obviously, Class A's.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't really go.
How much do you think you spent over the years on drugs?
Well, I mean, you know, I have no idea. I really don't know. I mean, it's not just what you spent on drugs. It's then when you're under the influence of drugs, what you then go and do under the influence of drugs, which to me, you know, it can be anything. I mean, you know. I used to get great pleasure in walking up to people who lived on the street and giving them a couple of grand just to watch them go and smoke themselves silly.
What was the moment where you woke up and you just thought, oh, I've got to stop?
When I hit 40, and I sort of realised that I'm 40 years old and I'm still pretty much living a very similar life to how I was at 13.
Yeah.
And at 40 always seemed the sort of, you know, the grown-up age to me, where you shouldn't really be doing that as 40. Or I might be embarrassing my kids now I'm 40.
Yeah.
So when I hit 40...
So you were, there was no intervention. You just decided enough's enough.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, before that, when you were stopping the sort of mad lifestyle and the drugs and everything else for other people and not yourself, and for no other reasons that, you know, other people wanted you to stop it. It wasn't happening, no matter how many times you'd gone to rehab or what. And then when I hit 40, I decided myself, and it took about 5 years, I think. So, and then, you know, got there. Good
for you. Greed. Oh no, just done that one. Envy. Sean, who do you envy the most?
Well, I don't really envy. I'm lucky enough to never have had jealousy or that sort of thing going through me, or envy or whatever. I really haven't.
Good for you. That's fair enough. Okay, all right. Pride. What do you consider your crowning achievement to be so far?
Oh, well, I mean, crowning, you see, because I mean, you know, I never won anything, no big fiddles playing and all that, like, you know what I mean, or get any football medals or anything. So I suppose when you get an Ivan Novello, or I was the first person.
Which song did you get an Ivan Novello for?
I think it was Bummed.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when they gave out the Godlike Genius thing, I think I was the first person to get that award. So that sort of thing quite, you know, made me think, yeah, go on, lad.
As we mentioned while we were talking in the break, you gave Gorillaz their only #1 single as well.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Was that? Is it true that it was originally called There?
No.
Has Damon made that up?
Everyone's got their own story of that, right? I mean, my story of that is how that track came together was I put on a pair of headphones, right? And what I was supposed to do was write some lyrics for this track. And then they're bringing the track up in my ears, and I'm saying, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up, meaning to take the beat up.
Right, okay.
And then eventually I went, it's there. And then Damon went, let's have that.
Wow.
And that was it.
Really? It was as simple as that?
Simple as that.
What a tune.
Now, Damon might have another story, but that is how I remember it.
They're both equally as good. Right, okay, Wrath. When was the last time you completely lost it, and why?
Oh, do you know what? I could lose it a lot more often than I do. I mean, there's stuff that really annoys me, you know. I mean, the other day, you go into a shop and it's in the co-op, and the kid, first of all, he just weren't packing the bag. I've got 2 kids in each hand, right?
Yeah.
This young lad's not packing the bag. Obviously, didn't want to be there doing his job.
Right, okay.
Right.
The cashier is at the till.
Yeah. And then I said, could you please pack that for me? And then he starts throwing the things in the bag.
Right, okay.
You know. And so I said, what, are you doing this just to get you through uni? No, I've been through uni. And I went, what, you don't know how to pack a bag?
Wow.
You know, I mean, just you know, I mean, look, it don't matter what you're
there's
doing.
an art
Have
form.
some pride in it. You know what I mean?
There's an art form in packing a bag in a supermarket as well.
Absolutely is, and he didn't learn it at uni.
Blimey. Okay, we'll move on from that. Sloth. What's your duvet day TV binge?
I don't really have him, you know. I can't really do nothing. But if I do...
Are you a fidgeter?
Yeah, well, I'm the typical stop fiddling kid. You know, I mean, at school, and we all know what it's associated with now and learning difficulties and everything else. But, you know, I was one of those kids that was slapped for fiddling, you know. I mean, and I was originally left-handed, and I was smacked with a ruler.
Well, then were you made to be right-handed?
Made to be right-handed, and you know, beaten on the hand with a, you know, and made to be right-handed. I ended up writing in circles, so I fiddled a lot, and then that all had to do with learning difficulties and blah de blah, and that was the 1960s.
Wow!
And so a lot's changed since then. But yeah, I mean, if I'm doing nothing, I can, you know, I mean.
Are you a big box set person? Have you done The Sopranos or done Breaking?
Well, I've done Sopranos, yeah, of course I have, yeah.
Bit of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, I mean, I did The Sopranos in the 90s, I think, you know, or early 2000s, and I still don't mind revisiting it.
Sopranos is the greatest ever.
Yeah, absolutely. That, The Wire, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad's amazing.
You know.
Okay, well, you've done Seven Deadly Sins. Coronation Street.
Emmerdale Farm.
That's one hell of a box set.